Hello, I'm Juan Fernandez, and this is The Rundown. A man is in jail accused of sexually assaulting a young girl at his Stater Brothers in Norwalk. Sheriff investigators say this man followed the victim into the store's restroom, locked the door, and assaulted her. When the girl screamed for help, store employees jumped into action and held the suspect until deputies arrived. Detectives are looking for any other possible victims. A project that's been in the works for decades is finally becoming reality. The Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing in Agoura Hills. The groundbreaking actually took place back in April, but today construction crews began moving the ground along the Liberty Canyon trailhead. The crossing will allow wildlife to go from one part of the Santa Monica Mountains to the other without stepping foot on freeways and streets. Sky-high demand created a tough time for travelers this summer. So what can we expect this fall and into the holidays? Travel experts predict more of the same. And that's because airlines are still trying to staff up to meet the surge in pent-up demand caused by the pandemic. Overseas trips are especially popular, so you might want to start planning holiday trips as soon as you can. Experts also expect those high travel prices to stick around because of inflation. Right now, for a check of your forecast, here's Olga Ospina.
We continue with below average temperatures at least through midweek, and then the warming trend, high pressure building in, brings us those above average temperatures, especially as we head into the weekend. Periods of gusty west winds at least through Wednesday night. Here's a look at numbers for your Wednesday. Some 70s and 80s, so still comfortable before that warming trend starts to take shape. That low that brought us that rain for central Northern California, that is moving out as high pressure starts to build in, moving towards the west and bringing us those numbers not just into the 90s. We also have some triple-digit readings in the extended forecast. Numbers back to average by the beginning of fall on Thursday. And look at that warming trend. We're in the upper 80s for LA, Inland, Orange County. Back into the upper 90s and 100s as we head into the weekend and early next week. For the Inland Empire, a mix of 80s, 90s, and 100s also for early next week. For the beaches, some 70s and some 80s. As we head into the high deserts, we'll start getting back into the 90s by Friday, upper 90s by Sunday and Monday. And for the mountains, keeping things on the milder side at least through Thursday. And then those numbers starting to jump back into the 80s as we head into the new work week.
Remember, we're always streaming on CBS News Los Angeles, and you can watch us anytime on our free CBS LA app and on CBSLA.com. I'm Juan Fernandez.